All right, welcome back to another installment of the 94 podcast. I'm Brooke Edel, joined here by my co-host Jim Bushy. Welcome to another edition of the 94 podcast. How you doing, Jim?
Man, I am doing good. How you doing there, bro?
I'm great, man. The Twins are up for sale. Hey, things are looking up here in Minnesota. The Minnesota Lynx are in the WNBA finals. They just won game one. They had a historic comeback. Nafisha Collier, she's just balling out. And hey, we got the NFL.
This stuff's perfect for fall, right?
Yeah, it feeds you low now to
And,
strengthen roots.
and we also got we also got the Vikings at 5-0. No, that's just awesome.
Feed it low. Feed it.
That's something that I don't think anyone expected right now. And my goodness, I don't think I ever want to get off this high right now.
Right, 5-0. You got the WNBA finals. You got MLB playoffs. No, it is definitely nirvana right now as a sports fan. Hockey, the Wild just started playing. Your Rangers dropped the puck. They're already dropping the gloves too. So it's in prime sports equinox season right now. So it can't get any better than this right now, unless the Vikings go on and play in this year's Super Bowl.
It is, but one thing to say to you, Brooke, and this is a little personal. Screw you, man. Screw you. Being in fantasy last week. How dare you? How dare you?
Hey man, I had to. You were talking all this junk about benching Baker Mayfield, and you were talking about my quarterback C.J. Stroud. So we had to come back with something. We had to come back with something. You had me worried, but F it. I held my own. You took the lead right before that Sunday night game, and I was like, all right, this could get shaky. But my team actually pulled through, got the dub, and UConn 3-peat. We'll keep chugging along. I think we got Hanson's backup vocalist, and we're gonna make sure that they get kicked out of the band.
All right.
It's like we're on to Cincinnati. Oh, did you see the new Hulu TV show, The American Football Story? Aaron Hernandez and all the terrible acting for that show.
I've seen previews of it, and I've seen the Bill Belichick promotion with it, and that's spot on Bill Belichick.
They got the characteristics down. They do. They got the hoodie, the cutoff hoodie. They got Tom Brady. They got Gronk, and then they got the guy with the Gronk laugh too. It was just like, hey, you got the Gronk laugh down in auditions. This is your spot. They also have Tim Tebow. So all these different sports figures and icons in the game of football. I mean, they got Tom Brady, and I'm sure Tom didn't want to play himself, but he could have. I mean, if they really wanted to, they had two retired players in Gronk and Brady. But just to see some of the casting, it's hilarious. But it's just wow. It almost feels like a Tubi movie, in regards to the quality of the acting. But another documentary that I'm is on my watch list is I think Anthony Edwards is in a Netflix special where they're just doing the behind the scenes. I think him, LeBron, Jason Tatum, Sabonis. I think but it's cool to kind of just see behind the scenes, and when Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards first met up at Target Center, that's when the Celtics were 5-0. And I know I'm getting heavy into it, but that's gonna be cool to kind of just watch the behind the scenes of a young player and a rising star from Minnesota. I know I'm excited for the NBA season. I know you're excited for the NHL season. But what do you think about the chances of the Minnesota Lynx landing a championship for Minnesota?
I mean, hey, Come back, you got a chance for a ship, you take the chance for a ship. Who knows when you're going to get a chance again? And you know what? Coming back and storming back, that just proves that you have the guts, you have what it takes to win one.
Exactly. You have you got the grit, you got the fortitude, you got the heart of a champion. Just not giving up, not giving in. And with Sabrina like leading the Liberty, at any point they could have been just like, let's pack it up and let's get after game 2. But they went to overtime. They held on. It was kind of just crazy chaos in regards to just watching the highlights. It was a busy sports night on Thursday. So you had the Minnesota Lynx, you had the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks in a kind of a watchable game. I mean, it was at some point they were up 20 points, and then the Seahawks pretended to be competitive, and then they kind of fell apart at the end with like a late interception from Geno Smith. And there's questions there about whether Mike McDonald will keep Geno Smith as quarterback, because there's been a lot of quarterback changes. We've talked about quarterback changes in the NFL too, because last week's buy sell we had Drake May as one of those buy sells. Mm-hmm. We both sold, but little did we know that Jared Mayo was all in, and he was unlike Will Levis. With the Mayo reference, he was like, "Hey, we've seen enough. We've seen enough here with Jacoby Brissett," and I think it came back to the offensive line, and then they realized the offensive 100%. Line. Yep, it's like, hey, we got the right crew here, just so we're not jeopardizing our quarterback. So our quarterback of the future is not going to be a ragdoll back there, just taking hits unnecessarily. So bringing it back to the Patriots. Current day, Drake May. What are your thoughts in regards to the news that he's going to be starting against Houston?
I hope that O-line can step up. It's going to be a challenge for him. The O-line needs to step up and protect him. If they can protect him and give him a pocket, he has a good chance. If he's like when they had Jacoby Brissett back there, the kid's going to get hit. And he's going to get hit. And he's not going to develop correctly.
Right.
So hopefully he does. Hopefully he is the answer for the Patriots. I know it's been a while since the Patriots were talking about contenders, but I mean, hey, look at the division right now. Dolphins 1-3. Well, I'm going to pull up right now because
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins, Jets. I mean Jets are 2-3. The Bills, they're on like a 2-game losing streak.
They're 3-2.
They're 3-2. I mean,
the Jets are 2-3. The Dolphins are 2-3. Patriots are 1-4. You have it. That's the division that you can win. It's winnable. It's not like it's like years past where the Patriots dominated, or last year where it was Dolphins and Bills dominating.
Right. Breakout years for both teams.
There's a chance. There's a chance it can happen.
You got Bills Jets on Monday night. You got Patriots in action against Houston, as we mentioned, and then we have the Miami Dolphins on a bye week. This AFC East is still up for grabs, and it's kind of hard to believe that the Patriots still have a legitimate chance in this division, because the Jets are not running away, the Bills are not running away, and we know the Dolphins right now they're basically grounded right now. The Dolphins they're not doing anything quickly right now because of Tua's injury, and I feel like Mike McDaniel needs to simplify this offense, because I feel like his lack of simplifying things for the Miami Dolphins has hurt them very greatly, because what we've seen out of Tyler Huntley, not good enough. That's not good enough to win an NFL game.
It's not his system is not a plug and play. You could the next guy up. No, it was designed for Tua. It was designed for the receivers to get open.
Timing.
You put someone else in time. Yeah, you need to change it up.
Exactly. Definitely need to change it up. And looking at what Kyle Shanahan has been able to do with Brock Purdy, being able to bring in Mr. Irrelevant, and they got all the way to the NFC Championship game, and then they made it to the Super Bowl. I mean, this year they started again with injuries. It's kind of like the regular thing. It's a game of attrition. And I feel like Mike McDaniel coming from the 49ers, so I was going somewhere with this, you would think that he would kind of, follow those traits of what is actually going to help you win a lot of games in this league, is knowing that your ability to copy and paste a lot of players on your rosters. And you can't do that with Tua. Especially when the offense is not designed for anybody but Tua. It's like having a tailor-fitted suit, but expecting someone else to fit in that suit.
Yeah, I heard my mother said this, and she's a big Dolphins fan. I would have to agree. I think their biggest mistake is the Vikings games losing Brian Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores.
Like he
B-Flow.
was able to turn that roster around back then. It was going in the right direction. They finally got a winning season. Them getting rid of him for McDaniels, I think it was stupid, honestly. I mean, as much as don't get me wrong, Mike McDaniel has proven he is a coach. He can win. But Flores, I mean, you had a defensive guy. I remember watching one game. He literally, a fight broke out, and he sprinted across the other sideline. He almost basically got involved in the damn thing.
Oh yeah, he's very involved. He's very high strung. He's a disciplinarian, and sometimes it'll rub people the wrong way. Because he's not always positive. He's not viewing the world in rosy lenses. Yeah, he doesn't have that. Like he's all about accountability and results. And he's coming from the coaching tree of none other than Bill Belichick. So he's won Super Bowls. He's been able to shut down Jared Goff in the Super Bowl. So that's what gets me excited, because they get the bye week, and now he gets to plan and prepare for Mr. Perfect, Jared Goff, 18 for 18.
Listen, you need coaches like that. You can't be a coach. You can't be a friend. You can't be anything. If you want that, look what happened to New York Jets.
Oh no, Robert Saleh. Oh wow, he just got chopped up like a chopped cheese sandwich right when you get off the subway, man. He got served.
Yeah.
He got served his papers. Yeah. And that's tough though, because he was a player's coach, and you kind of felt it that it was coming. It was almost inevitable.
Yeah.
That you slept with the devil, Aaron Rodgers, and this is what you get. You get a quarterback that is going to take zero accountability. He's going to show up when he wants to show up. So that was why does he need to go to why is he leaving the country before? Yeah, I have nothing wrong with going to travel. I don't want that to be my angle here. It's just more about the team camaraderie, where you're trying to build that chemistry right from camp. Why are you leaving the country? You guys didn't do anything last year. You guys missed the playoffs, and you guys are off to a very similar start as last year. Same record, almost identical yards as well. It's crazy. They might have 3 more yards, but they're averaging about 4.5 yards per play. That's pathetic. And you prepare for the season the way that Aaron Rodgers does. I'm not really surprised. When you're 40 years old, it feels like you got 1 foot out the door, 1 foot kind of in the door, trying to win. I don't know. It's not good enough. And I feel like there's not that much accountability across the full Jets organization, to the point where it's if they lose out the rest of the games, I mean, are they just getting a head start on next year? They just realize, hey, is it kind of like the 2010 Minnesota Vikings, where you're just oh yeah, we got Favre, but we don't really have a chance to win against these teams. We
actually went to the playoffs.
I mean,
with Favre, we actually went to the playoffs. We went farther. So I mean, I don't want to go down that same path as much as it looks like it is, but no, I don't want Aaron Rodgers on my team.
No.
I don't want someone who's gonna just go to another country during training camp, mandatory training camp.
Just a lack of disrespect to his teammates, right? A lack of respect. I should correct that. Lack of respect, and when you kind of bring back to the fact that Robert Saleh lost control of the locker room. I know that you're trying to be buddy with this quarterback, but when it gets to a point where he's kind of undermining your authority of the team, that's where you should have put your foot down. And then now the owner, Woody Johnson, has yet to fire in his entire time of owning the Jets when he started in 2000. So in his 24 years of being the owner of the Jets, he's yet to fire a head coach in season, and you become the first head coach to not finish a season. I mean, they've had some terrible coaches in New York. Adam Gase. I mean, like just seeing ghosts. Like, look what he did to Sam Darnold. Like, so yeah, they've had their share of just terrible coaching. But I feel like Robert Saleh, again, it comes back to being too nice, and you're losing respect and credibility with these players because once Aaron Rodgers like refused the hug, I knew he was cooked. I was like, all right, that was just kind of like that crossroads there. But enough about the Jets. Jets are awful. They're 2-3. Let's talk about we could talk baseball. The Mets are actually looking good. If we're talking some New York sports, I know New York has been like a huge topic so far on the podcast. But like, how about those Mets? The Mets are in the NLCS.
And
they're playing against NLCS, and they will be joined by
the LA Dodgers.
LA Dodgers. Are they going to beat LA?
You want to know something funny?
What's funny?
Something ironic?
What's funny?
So, gosh, was it the Dodgers or so the LA Dodgers, I believe, are the precursors of the New York, either the precursors of the Mets or the precursors of the Yankees.
Correct. Brooklyn Dodgers. So, they have that history. Yep.
So I think they're the Yankees, but I think that's full circle of like both teams, like old New York versus new New York.
Right.
They could battle each other.
It's a full circle moment, and you get
full circle.
Hey, and it's gonna be a battle. 7 games to decide who goes to the World Series. And then we'll figure out a little bit later this weekend who's going to be in the ALCS joining the New York Yankees. Will it be the Detroit Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians? Game 5 tonight.
That's going to be tough. Both teams play good. I got to see who's the starter. It all comes down to the starter thing. Can they hold on?
I think Detroit has Screwball.
Screwball versus Boyd.
Yep, Screwball versus Boyd.
Okay,
that's a good matchup.
So I'll give you this. What is the money line of the game?
That is a good question. I'm taking a quick look.
I have it up.
You do have it up.
Take a random guess.
Okay.
Yeah, take a random guess.
Money line. I got probably Detroit. Detroit's gonna be the favorite here. Money line. Detroit.
Yeah. Detroit is a -120.
A -120, and the matchup predictor has the Detroit Tigers as 50.8%, and the Cleveland Guardians are 49.2%. So almost split. This almost split with there's probably a range of 1% error here in regards to hey, there's some people that meant to pick the Guardians that picked the Tigers. So yeah, this is almost as close as you can get for a Game 5. You got Screwball and Boyd. Taylor Tape, Screwball is 1-0 in the series. Boyd is 0-0. They've yet to give up a run. He's got 13 innings logged in this series for Screwball, and then we got Boyd with 4.2. So the bats though, there was a lot of strikeouts. So you hope that if you're the Tigers or the Guardians, you hope your bats come alive because it could be a very long winter if your bats do not come alive. And you got the Yankees. Like after you win this game, that you got to go play the Yankees now.
See, the problem is it's just a quick turnaround. It's a 2-day rest. So they start tomorrow with the NLCS.
NLCS, yep.
So these pitchers, if you're thinking 3-day rest, now you're pushing game 2.
Right.
So you better give it your all.
There's no tomorrow.
Or if I'm Scuba,
you got to give it your all. You got to go all out, balls to the wall right now because this is your season. You can't hold back and say, oh well, we're getting ready for game 1. No, you got to get game 5 first before you even think about game 1. But yeah, like I'm excited to see this. Great lineups from Detroit. A couple of their notable hitters that I'm seeing here. We got Green, Verling, and then for Cleveland, you have Jose Ramirez. You also have Kwan. Naylor has definitely made a name for himself in the past few postseasons. Obviously, the rocking of the baby, because that's coming out if they're playing the Yankees.
Oh, you know it.
Yep. So hey, baseball, October baseball is prime, and I'm really excited to see a lot of the excitement return.
Well, Brooke, if you're speaking October, and we were talking about Netflix earlier. Did you? So I don't know if you saw. I saw because I'm a Sox fan, but they're coming out with the 4 days in October version of that on Netflix coming out in like a week.
Okay.
10 days.
Okay, I'm definitely watching that. That 4 days of October. That just brings me back. That's Yep.
Have you seen the 30 for 30 of it?
I've seen the 30 for 30. Yep. No, that was well done.
Now they're doing a Netflix version of that, and you know what? I remember. Oh my!
Who's playing Pedro? David Ortiz.
Who's your poppy?
Yeah, Big Poppy.
Who's
right.
your poppy?
Yep. Who's your daddy? That's just iconic. That's iconic. That rivalry, in the 4 days in October, that changed everything. Dave Roberts
to come back.
Right.
Dave Roberts, Kevin Millar, don't let us win.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to sleep after this, but I can just watch that now.
Right. You could just binge that. Yeah, that's definitely binge worthy. Definitely some great content coming up in regards to sports movies, sports series, sports documentaries. There's a lot of good stuff. I know that for just like the fact that the World Series is just right around the corner, that's a special time. You get to see that culmination of a season, and hey, the Dodgers, they're saying that they don't give up. I mean, I'm not gonna drop it here. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna drop it. Yeah.
Talk about that rivalry now.
Yeah, that's a good rivalry.
Oh my goodness! Like, you think it was just like a cross-state rivalry? No, it turned out it just.
Yeah, it turned
off.
Right, it was a brouhaha from the minute that the first pitch was let go. Like, and the Padres are all gas, no brakes in regards to their hate for the LA Dodgers, and the fans, they let you know about it, and the players were actually getting involved too. Jerickson Profar, you got Manny Machado, you got Chris Taylor, you got Kiki Hernandez, you just got the juices flowing, and this is what baseball needs to bring. It needs more excitement, needs more moments like this. And the Padres, like, they got the best of the Dodgers a few postseasons ago. Now that we see that the Dodgers got their lick back, and they're finally back in the NLCS. I think they made a 3-year absence, so they haven't been back since 21. So this will be a huge return for the LA Dodgers, but I know the New York Mets are really hungry because, I mean, they got to the World Series, I believe, back in like 2015, and then they lost to the Kansas City Royals. They got some unfinished business, and they do got some players. I don't know if Pete Alonso was he a part of that team, or was he a little too young?
I might have been a little too young.
Might have been a little too young.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, but I know that Mets fans, regardless, they know that they want to be the next New York team to win it. Like, because if the Yankees come in and steal another World Series, like, I know we don't want to hear it from all the Yankees fans. Would that be what, 28 for them, right? Because they're on 20. No, would that be 27? They're on 26, so that would be 27. Yeah.
I don't know. They just haven't had a lot of win. Do you know what I say to them? Give them that.
Get them that. Right. All right. So shifting gears here, though. No, it should be fun to watch the MLB playoffs. Definitely be tuning in throughout the weekend. Did you see, though, what they did in Las Vegas in preparation for the Oakland Athletics?
They tore down the Tropicana Hotel.
The Tropicana Hotel, iconic, for its glitz and glamour, and it was the famous hangout place for the Rat Pack. So, yeah, Tropicana Hotel got imploded, and a $1.5 billion stadium is going to be constructed.
Nope.
And it doesn't get any more Vegas than that.
No.
Yeah, right. It's like right where we took down the Tropicana, we're going to put the next expensive thing out on the market. And now the Oakland Athletics, they're probably going to get a lot of fans just because they're in Vegas. It's just something to do.
It's one of those. It feels like it's one of those, like, hey, we're here. You go to Vegas now, like, you go with a kid. Like, I had the option to go when I was in high school. There was no football, there was no ice hockey, there's no baseball. So, I mean, there's still things to do, but everyone knows you go to Vegas, you go gamble. Everything.
Yeah.
So it's another thing to do.
Exactly, and we know that Vegas is a world tourist stop. So you're going to get people from all corners of the world being exposed to Oakland Athletics baseball. So why not have it where the old Tropicana is, so they won't miss where the stadium is. So anyway, that was just a nice little side piece. And then we can get away from MLB now. I know we were talking a little heavy there, but yeah, that will definitely be something to look forward to for the next, I think, are they building it and having it ready for the season? Because they said that they're going to, or they're probably going to be playing at UNLV.
No, I think they're playing in Scranton for the next 2 years while it's being built.
Scranton,
so
Pennsylvania.
California.
Oh, okay, Scranton,
No.
California. Okay, so they're staying in California for the next 2 years, but they're just no longer playing in the Coliseum. Gotcha.
Yes.
Because like people at the Coliseum, they were like stealing seats and all that. I don't know if you saw that. You knew that was coming. Baseball, California fans, they were very passionate. So yeah, like
I feel bad for Oakland fans. I mean, they lost the Raiders, they lost the A's, they lost
the Warriors. Right.
Like they stayed, but like still.
But still, they're no longer Oakland's team. Now they're San Francisco, right? And like I'm sure when Oakland fans look back at this era of just like saying we had a football team, we had a baseball team,
we had it all.
We had it all, and now it's gone. In basketball, we were the world champions in basketball, and now that's gone.
Yeah.
Like now that's something that we're kind of like an afterthought when you think of the Warriors, right? And it is a shame. It is a shame that the Alameda County, they're not able to keep their teams. But that's another story for another day. So let's talk about the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are looking to trade Davante Adams. Davante Adams on his way. Is he packing his bags to New Orleans, Is he going to pack in his bags to go to New York? Is he packing his bags to possibly go to Chicago? Because that was maybe like another spot.
No.
Or could you see him going to Dallas? Maybe Dallas needs another big
Dallas is
name.
in cap hell. I wouldn't. Dallas is in cap hell. No way they sign him there. I heard he wants to. I heard he wants to go to the Jets just because it's a Roger connection, but I wouldn't go there.
Maybe Washington. Go play with that rookie Jaden Daniels. Yeah,
that is Jaden Daniels is lighting up the damn league. Oh my goodness! But so I heard. So this is a rumor. This could be true. This could not be true. But I allegedly heard that if Max Crosby, he wants to go wherever Devontae Adams go.
So trade him basically send me wherever Devontae Adams goes. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
If he goes to the Saints, I'm going to the Saints, Jets, wherever he goes. Gotcha. So, but how would a team kind of perceive that? Like, who needs a pass rusher? I mean, Max Crosby is an all-pro. Everyone, but who can afford Max Crosby?
I could tell you one team who does not need a Max Crosby, and that is. Well, I mean, they'll take him, but they don't need him. Is the Steelers?
Okay, yeah.
T.J. Watt.
With T.J. Watt, right? They would take him because he would definitely be in that Black Air Force energy in regards to always wanting to get into a scrum or a fight, right?
I mean, I would love him to go to the Vikings. You think about having Addison, Jefferson, and Devontae Adams. Who do you double? Who do you triple? And then you add on Crosby to that defense with Brian Flores. Nobody really game again.
It is the bye week. So hey, they could be hitting up the phones all weekend. I mean, these football guys don't really sleep. I don't think once the season's on, it's basically 24/7. You're trying to use every single minute to win that Lombardi Trophy. Yeah. So I would not be surprised if there's maybe some reports out there.
But if I had to pick two teams, I can see them both fitting in and doing well. It's going to be either Washington, you give Jaden Daniels, you give him another weapon, Crosby can take that defense to the next level, or
Philadelphia.
No, I wouldn't say Philadelphia. They're on the downhill slope. I don't think
Green Bay
good there.
I would hate to see him in Green Bay, but that would be that would definitely be yeah. I would hate to see him back.
Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona might be because you give
Marvin Harrison and Devontae. You get him like a mentor, right, and then you also get Kyler gets more weapons, right.
Yep, and then the defense got a big boost there.
And he doesn't really need to move that far because he's still going to be on the West Coast. He's just moving from Vegas to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Or Glendale.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
not that bad. No.
I mean, I think the only problem with Glendale is I have family friends who live in New Mexico, and New Mexico they get the dry heat where it's but I mean you have air conditioning, so it's not a big thing.
No, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. If you're able to, kind of space your time out accordingly throughout the day, I think you can make it work. But I could see 100%. That. Yeah, absolutely. I could see him also another team that could definitely use a wide receiver. How about the Chargers? The Chargers. I mean, I think the Chargers are sitting on a lot of money. I mean, they didn't pay Austin Eckler. I mean, they did go get J.K. Dobbins. They let Mike Williams go. They let a lot of their wide receivers go. Keenan Allen. This would be a smart move to go get Devontae Adams. He's very familiar. He might hate the Chargers because he played for the Raiders, but I think that would be a nice way for him to kind of also get a young quarterback, and then he would definitely get a lot of opportunities. Max Crosby, I think he would love to play against the Broncos. He was yelling at Bo Nix last week. So hey, Bo, they don't know you got to speak up. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, you get that type of attitude in a Jim Harbaugh locker room. I think that fits well in regards to just that could be a far-fetched dream because I don't see the Raiders trying to trade within the division. I don't see that happening. No. Maybe, all right, this might be the one spot that could potentially maybe San Francisco. San Francisco is looking for another receiver. And just imagine Bosa and Crosby. That would be nasty.
Okay, so I got to figure out what the contracts are, but no, they can't afford them.
You trade Brandon Ayuk. You trade Brandon Ayuk to the Raiders, and then the Raiders can go pay him.
I'm not gonna trade him. I just signed him. No. If it was a sign and trade.
Okay. But if you land Devontae Adams and Max Crosby for Brandon Ayuk, and then maybe some picks, I would consider it.
But it's still the money. It's still the money, and you don't have the money to pay Purdy next year.
Oh yeah,
Purdy's gonna get a fucking contract.
Yeah, Purdy's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna get paid. Contract. He's gonna get paid. And I'm sure John Lynch will make sure that Purdy gets secured. Because you can't let Purdy test the market.
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
So that's why San Francisco. Same reason with Dallas. The money situation is just like you can't afford them. That's why I could see like Arizona. They're there. They're a young scrappy team. They have Martin Harrison Jr. You get a second person, and you open Jr. up more. You look at the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, rookie contract. Not a lot of big contracts on that team. They have a quarterback. You add a receiver. You add a pass rusher. Boom, you're set to go.
Yeah.
For the next 2-3 years.
Right. Yeah. Washington definitely has more capital right now in regards to you have a rookie quarterback that is definitely he's outplaying his contract so far, but you have that 5-year window right now to go win. I could definitely see that in the Commanders definitely need to get a pass rush because I think that was kind of their issue all last season is just they didn't have enough pressure to stay in games because they just let the quarterback kind of pick apart their defense. But now that, they're getting production from their offense, they're able to pin their ears back, and this would be a perfect situation for Max Crosby and Devontae Adams to lend their veteran leadership for a Dan Quinn team. So, I like that potential of Devontae Adams teaming up with Jaden Daniels. That would be pretty cool. And you get Terry McLaurin on the other side. Zach Ertz, and you got running backs Brian Robinson Jr., and you also have Austin Eckler. So that's going to be a good offense. They just got to make sure that they just got to make the numbers work, and then it looks like the numbers could possibly work in Washington. Speaking of, we got to do some picks, man. I know we're doing picks, but but before we get to the picks, we got to do a buy sell, and we got to talk about Drake.
I was actually thinking about.
Sure.
I was thinking about bringing in a little bit of a new segment.
Okay. What is the new segment that you're thinking of?
It's called. What you talking about?
What you talking about? Okay.
So I mentioned this to you months ago. Hey, what if we did this? What if we talk about slangs, hockey terms,
sure,
terms,
yep,
lacrosse terms,
yep.
And basketball, we try to stump each other. We do it one term back and forth.
Okay.
So obviously, I'm a hockey guy. I mean, I need to get a shade in, but
oh, there you go. nice touch. Yep.
But
Blades of
basketball season starting up.
Yeah, basketball season starting.
Hockey season starting up.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna start dropping some hockey slang here, and then I dropped one earlier with the ship.
Okay, the ship. All right, love it. The Hezzies.
So.
Yep.
So I'll start. I'll get an example. Silky mitts. What is silky mitts? What do you think that means in ice hockey?
Okay, silky mitts.
And I could give you an example, I could give you an example in a sentence. I could give you like a body part or something. I could lead you in a direction if you want, or if you want to just guess.
Okay, give me a sentence just so I can get an idea of where you're going with silky mitts.
Sidney Crosby, though I hate him, he has some silky mitts.
Silky mitts. Okay, so Sidney Crosby has silky mitts. It. Hold on. Is it stick handling? Being able to like. Yep. Yeah, I think it's stick handling. Yeah.
Silky mitts means you are a good stick handler. You are able to dance with the puck. You are able to do all that fun stuff.
Okay, so you could do all the fun stuff, like stuff you're just like ooh and ah about in regards to like you're watching a hockey game live and you just see somebody go dancing and they were not intending to start dancing. Right, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, they tend to dance.
They tend to dance. Right. Sometimes it turns to Disney on Ice. Right. Okay. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. Like there's a couple ones. But yeah, let me just throw Hezzy out there. Yeah.
Hezzy. Oh gosh, can you get in a sentence?
Okay. Anthony Edwards blew past the defender with a nice Hezzy.
Is it like a nice dribble or like a crossover?
Very close. Very close. It's almost like a jab step, that gets somebody to like commit, and then you make your move.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a hezzy. Okay. Yeah. Cool. No. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, I like that.
I think this is a fun thing because I don't know basketball. I know you don't know a lot of hockey slang.
No, this is good.
I don't know any basketball slang.
This is all educational.
Know.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I love that. No, that's cool.
I know when we did buy and sell, we did a lot. I have a lot of terms I can use. Do you want to just do two for now, and each week we'll just do one?
For buy and sell.
No, for slangs, for sports slangs.
Oh yeah, we
talking about.
Yeah, we can do two. Yeah, we can do two.
Okay. Sticking with hands. You have what are hands of hands of stone. What's that?
Hands of stone. Okay. Is it regarding like a goalie? I would think of hands of stone like a goalie. No.
No.
Okay. Oh, is it fighting?
No.
No, okay, because I was like, okay, that would be my next thing. Hands of stone. All right, I'll do a guess. Hands of stone.
You want
get in a sentence. I think that might help.
Crosby may have silky mitts, but I have hands of stone.
Oh, okay. So as a defender, you're able to knock him. Okay. Oh, you're able to stop an offensive player? No. Okay. Hands of stone. I give up.
It's the opposite. You can't handle the puck. You're bad at puck handling.
Okay, it's the bad. It's like okay, gotcha.
You're not doing the dangles. You're not trying to do toe drags. You're just getting the puck and you're shooting it or you're
clearing it. Right.
Your hands are not silky.
Your hands are not silky. It's the opposite. Hands of stone. Gotcha. It's the opposite.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's good. Yeah, like I would say for my term for basketball, I would say it's a good one. Say okay, what is what's a dime?
Oh, is it just like a pretty shot, like a pretty shot that like it's not a swish, but it's like it's a shot. It looks, gosh, oh gosh. Can you use it in a sentence? Let's see if I get it.
Okay. Rob Dillingham, point guard for the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, Minnesota Timberwolves. Excuse me. Vikings. Right. It's like I feel like that ref right now. No. The Minnesota Timberwolves, Rob Dillingham, he had a nice dime to Anthony Edwards, who finished with a layup.
Is it like a nice pass?
Yep.
Almost or an assist?
Yes, a nice assist. Right. It could be like any flashy play with the nice assist. Yep.
All right. Because when you said football, I'm like, wait, they say dime a lot with passes, so
Yes.
that has to like come in.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that is what you talking about.
What you talking about?
Sponsored by no one. If you want to sponsor,
Right.
it's open. Just email us 94 podcast.
Exactly. Email us at 94 podcast.
Now it's time for our favorite, buying or selling. Brooke, I started last week, so I will give the honor to you, good sir.
All right. Thank you, good sir. Buying or selling? I'm taking a look at the Dallas Cowboys rushing attack. Rico Dowdle. Are you buying or selling on him maintaining the lead back role the rest of the way?
Buying 100%. I don't think Zeke's going to come. No way Zeke takes it back. No way anyone else takes it. I think he's going to keep it for the rest of the season. So I'm buying.
Yeah, I got to buy on him too. And they couldn't buy Derrick Henry, so they bought Rico Dowdle. So no looking back now, Jerry Jones. All right, your turn.
Buying or selling the Commanders to the Super Bowl this year.
I'm selling.
You're selling?
I'm selling because they're still inexperienced when it comes to the playoffs. Yeah, I'm selling on that. They've beaten some teams they're 4-1. They beat Cincinnati. That's probably like their most notable win. They get a real test this week against Baltimore, but I'm selling in regards to them going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am soft selling them. They're going to make I buy them to make the playoffs. I think they're going to upset a few teams, and that's how they're going to make the Super Bowl. So I'm buying soft.
You're buying soft, so like you're buying them, but you're selling them soft, or are you Microsoft?
Hey. No, I'm buying them making the Super Bowl. I'm buying them upsetting a few teams on the way to there.
Okay. So you feel like he could go on like a CJ Stroud type of run as a rookie, where he's gonna make some noise in the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl, kind of like a Joe Burrow did in his first full season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to butt in here. We're gonna need to take a little side quest here. That Cincinnati Baltimore game. OMG.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was very stressful if you're a fan of either one of those teams, because Baltimore had opportunities to lose that game. Cincinnati had opportunities to win that game. And there was a lot of seesawing in regards to big play.
Yes.
And then there's another big play. And then there's like, okay, we're going overtime. Oh, no, we're not going overtime. Oh, overtime's done. Oh, overtime is not done. Oh, there goes Derrick Henry. He's running away. He's definitely not a 12-year-old. It just felt like, oh my God, like he just burst out of a cannon, and then you just see that the Ravens are actually gonna survive this game. It was one of those I can't believe what's happening in this game, and it feels like a movie script, for real.
Yes.
That
was one of the best 2 games ever.
Even the Steelers Cowboys game too. That was kind of wild. It was
one of 3
3 games, right? Like there was just a lot of like amazing finishes to the games last week. And I know that we're doing buy sell, but like talk about Alabama. Let's mention that was a crazy finish in regards to college football. Like just talking about all the upsets too in the college football. Minnesota beat USC. Washington beat Michigan. I think Tennessee lost to Arkansas, so that was just crazy because like there's a huge shakeup in college football. But getting back to buy sell, who's your buy and sell?
For what?
In regards to you, I thought you were picking next. Oh no, it's actually on me.
I picked.
It's on me.
Yeah,
It's on me. Okay, so buy sell. I want to take a look at this one. All right. Buy sell on the Steelers after what you saw last week against the Cowboys. Buy sell on them continuing the winning streak, or I mean like the winning seasons for Mike Tomlin. Does Mike Tomlin finish the season above 500? Buy or sell?
Easy buy. He's proven multiple times he could take quarterbacks who stink. He could take quarterbacks who are good, and he could lead them to a winning season and bring him to the playoffs. So I think he's going to continue it. He's going to get into the Hall of Fame. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for never going under 500 in his tenure. There has to be like a major collapse for that to happen, especially this year.
Yeah, I would have to buy as well. I think it was just one of those unfortunate collapses in the Steelers' history. They definitely had every opportunity to close out the Cowboys at home. But yeah, I got the Steelers to continue to chug along. I mean, they get a nice. I mean, it's any given Sunday. They get Vegas this week. But I feel like that would be a good bounce back game for the Steelers. Yeah, I'm buying on the Steelers. Competing and potentially making either the wild card. 'Cause I don't see them winning the division, but wild card. But I agree with everything you said about Mike Tomlin,
yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. And I have one more buy sell. This is an easy one for me, but selling Deshaun Watson's time in Cleveland.
Good question. I just picked him up for my dynasty because I have two quarterbacks on a bye week, Sam Darnold and Matthew Stafford. So I knew going into the season, week 6 was going to be one of those tough weeks. So I am definitely selling on Deshaun Watson, but they can't sell him immediately. They got to hold on to him for a couple years because of the money that's tied up with Deshaun Watson. And I don't think any teams are ready to take that contract on. So Cleveland is going to be stuck with them, but I am not. I'm selling Deshaun Watson. I feel like he lost the passion for football. Unfortunately, I just don't see him. He could prove me wrong though. Like that's why I picked him up in Dynasty to go up against the Eagles. I hope he can prove me wrong, but I'm selling him for what I've seen so far. It's just been poor offensive line play, poor quarterback play, a lot of mistakes, a lot of drop balls. Doesn't really feel like Deshaun Watson has it. I don't think he's gonna get it back unless he changes a lot of things in his play. But yeah, I'm selling. Long story short, long-winded answer there. I'm selling on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm selling too. I think it was a great idea for the Texans to get rid of him. Bad idea of signing him for so much for so long. Even after all the scandals, it's like he did not seem to be playing at this top level anymore. I mean, at what point do you just bite the bullet, buy him out, and just like get out of my space, and like start Winston, or you gotta at least bench him. Like the guy doesn't want to be there. It seems like.
Where is he gonna go? He's gonna go to Miami. I mean, you can't go to Miami.
He's not gonna go to Miami. There
was moments where Atlanta was trying to get Deshaun Watson. So he's definitely had a very interesting NFL career. I mean, going from a prodigy out in Houston, just being one of those young, solid, young like NFL franchise quarterbacks that he was going to be in Houston for years to come. And then the scandals came out, and then his time in Houston, came to an end with an injury as well, and it was time for him to kind of pack up his bags. And then he hasn't been able to really settle in with Cleveland. He's been kind of nicked up. He hasn't been able to finish a full season. So we'll see. We'll see if he can stay healthy. But it's not looking good for the former Clemson Tiger.
Nope. And that's my buy sells for this week.
Okay, that's all I got for buy or sell too. All right. We tied on picks last week.
Yes, we did.
What's the overall?
Yeah,
do we know the overall or no?
Yeah, I'm not. It's too much math right now.
Okay. No worries. We'll get the overall stats. Yeah, because I know I was back a couple games. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. I think you might be leading by a couple games because week 3.
Okay.
But I might have been better in week 4. So I don't know. I gotta do the math.
All right, that's fine. That's
day.
fine. We'll get back to you guys on that one. But yeah. We do picks. You can go with the picks because I think since it was a tie, we'll let you pick.
Okay. I'm going to choose a 325 game.
Okay, 325. All right.
It is a game that is interesting to me. It is the Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Woohoo! All right, Detroit Lions, Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys coming off a nice victory against Pittsburgh? Lions coming off the bye week and a beatdown of, I think they beat down Seattle last time they played.
Yep. Oh gosh, I think I'm choosing Detroit. I think they're gonna be more fresher. I mean, you just had Dak throw an interception in 2 days, so literally in 2 days he's thrown an interception.
That's great. That's how he does his weekends, right? Just try to get an interception every single day, right?
Oh, no, you heard about that, right?
Yeah, because it was it was midnight. The game ended at like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing Detroit. I think they're gonna be fresh off the bye.
Okay. Dallas is kind of tricky. All right, I'm going Dallas. They've been kind of hot cold. And I feel like CD Lamb is due for a game to definitely explode onto the scene. I feel like he's been waiting for that moment to really get in sync with Dak. And I feel like they always take a few weeks to really get that timing down again. So I'm going with Dallas. And this is like a rematch to the 2-point conversion fiasco that happened last year.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is going to be a really good. It's going to be another playoff atmosphere game. So I'm glad that they did actually put this as like America's game of the week. Surprising it's Dallas. But yeah.
I'm surprised it's not Sunday Night Football now.
Right. Exactly. They would try to flex it out, but like we're cool with the 325. I got Dallas in our first pick 'em.
All right. Your pick.
Okay. That brings me to. This is a good game.
There's actually a few good games.
There's a few good games where it's just like, all right, you can go anyway. How about Commanders Ravens? I pick first, right?
Yeah.
I'm going Ravens at home. Ravens returning home after that crazy overtime thriller in Cincinnati, taking on Jaden Daniels and the 4-1 Commanders. Dan Quinn looking to win the battle for the DMV. between John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens. But I got the Ravens going 4-2, dropping the Commanders to 4-2.
I'm gonna go with the other. I'm going to go Commanders. I think they're gonna ride high on that big win. Yeah, they played against. Hold on. They played against the Browns. But I mean, hey, they're struggling along.
It's the Browns, right? But okay, but it was still a win. It was still a win. It's still a win. Yeah, right.
Win to win, they keep it going. I think since it wasn't a nail biter, they took out Daniels at the end of the game. He was able to get a little bit more rest in there. I think he's going to be able to be a big factor in this game this week. So I'm going Commanders.
Awesome, cool. No, I like that. So we're already starting 2 different games. So your choice on the picks. That'll be definitely one of the early games that I'll be paying attention to.
There's 2 early games I want to pay attention to, and then there's like 2 late games I want to keep an eye on, or another late game I want to keep an eye on.
Okay.
Well, I'll stick with the early games. Let's go down to the Bayou. We're going to the Bayou. We're going to the Saints Buccaneers game. Saints Buccaneers.
Bobby Boucher.
That game,
right.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
My mama said. I'm going with the Bucks on the road. I think they're going to go into the Saints, and it's going to be a good game. But I think the Bucks are going to take it.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Quick shout out to all the people that have been affected by the hurricanes: Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton.
Yes.
A lot of the devastation out in Tampa Bay. But yeah, apparently the Raymond James Stadium was completely underwater. I don't know if you saw like the scenes out in St. Petersburg, like where the Tampa Bay Rays play, and then their stadium is completely ripped apart. It's a see-through stadium. Yep.
Now, to be fair,
Sure.
you don't put a tarp on it. That's not a roof. It's a tarp.
Yeah.
Come on, Tampa Bay Rays. Come on, Rays.
Right. I don't know. Like having been down there in Tampa Bay, like for extended time, it's like I get it. It rains and it's sunshine like 15 minutes later. So they gotta do the indoor stadium, but like the tarp, that was kind of like okay. That's not really thinking forward in regards to like the weather that's expected there. But to reel it back in, Tampa Bay, they will not be hosting. They'll be in New Orleans. So I got Baker Mayfield actually closing a game out because they got walked down by Kirk Cousins last time that they were actually in action on Thursday night. So this was kind of like an extended time, and I feel like the Buccaneers are going to be fresh and ready to go. They got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I think Rachaad White is going to be doubtful, so you're going to see Bucky Irving. So you're going to see Bucky Irving getting the full, the rush, I guess the RB1 status. So I expect the Bucs to win this game. Saints got a broken car. I guess that's the best way to put it. They have a broken car, and their season feels like it is rattling, and it looks like it's on the side of the road right now. I'm going with the Bucs.
All right. Your pick?
Okay. All right. Let's go here. So we got the same one on the last one. All right, let me throw this one out there. This one is going to be an interesting one. Cardinals-Packers.
That was another 1 o'clock game.
Another 1 o'clock. Good. Yep, that looks good. I got to go with it's in Green Bay.
It's in Green Bay,
That's tough.
It's in Green Bay. It's not cold. The weather's not going to be cold. It's going to be a little rainy though. So I know that for a fact.
It's going to be a little rainy. I don't know. This one is tough. 61% of fans are going Green Bay, 38.2 going Arizona. I got to go with Arizona just for the fact that Kyler Murray is protecting the football, and I feel like, yeah, even though the Packers defense has been turning the ball over, against other offenses, but I feel like Kyler Murray is doing a really good job of being very precise with his decisions. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals with a big upset of the Packers at Lambeau.
I'm going Green Bay because, I mean, you're coming to a game, it's going to be like 50 degrees. Kyler Murray, he plays in the desert. I don't think they keep that arena. I don't think they keep that at a solid 50 degrees. The weather's going to play a factor in this game. They're going to need to run the ball a lot. Josh Jacobs, he's going to be a big factor. Jalen Reed's going to be a big factor. Jordan Love, yeah, he turned over the ball last time. He threw for a pick 6 in his own end zone.
That was bad. That was a buy sell last week too. Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think he is going to be better on this, so I'm going to go with the home team this time, Green Bay. Only reason I'm choosing them is because the Vikings are not playing, and but they're in my backyard. And tickets, by the way, guess how much tickets are for this game?
$150. They have to be below 200.
135.
135. Okay. Are you foreshadowing an appearance?
Tempted. I am very tempted.
Wow. Okay, that's not bad. 135 for Lambeau Field, and you get to watch.
I'll send you the screenshot.
Yeah. Send me the screenshot.
Like.
Yeah. No. That's definitely tempting, especially if it's in your backyard. You get to go see Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. in his first visit to Lambeau Field. No, that would definitely be an exciting NFC matchup, potentially playoff matchup.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Oh yeah.
All right, your pick.
And my last pick, I'm taking the Sunday night football game. I'm taking Bengals Giants.
Bengals Giants. All right, who dey?
Who dey? Oh God. I'm choosing the Bengals. Bengals are back. They were able to do multiple great plays against Baltimore. They were able to beat Carolina. I think they finally have all cylinders going now. Yeah, they're 1-4. Giants are 2-3. They've challenged. They did beat Seattle though, which was a shocker. But I'm going Cincy all the way.
Okay, going Cincy all the way. Yeah, I gotta go Cincy as well. I mean, Malik Neighbors is their main offense. I can't go Giants in this pick. With a good conscience, I gotta go with Joe Burrow in the matchup against Daniel Jones. Yeah, I can't handicap myself. I gotta go with Joe Burrow. And I know we don't have to pick this game. I know we always do this. We don't have to pick this game, but the London game. You got Jacksonville, Chicago. Top of the morning, 8:30 start.
Top of the morning to ya.
Top of the morning to ya.
It seems just like another Jags home game, even though they're the away team. They'll be there for 2 weeks. It's Caleb Williams' first trip across the pond. I guess if I had to pick a team, I guess I'll go Bears. But I mean, it's not a I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna I have to go home and watch this game. It's like
right.
It's on, it's football.
It's football, right? Right. Whatever you gotta do.
If I had to pick a
right.
team, yeah. If I had to pick a team, Bears.
Okay. I know Bears. They look good. I mean, they were able to get their offense looking like they were in sync. Same thing with Jacksonville. They look like they got their offense in sync. They've discovered some weapons with Tank Bigsby and Brian Thomas. I'm gonna go with Jaguars because it's in London. If this was in Jacksonville, I would go Chicago. Just for some reason, Jacksonville, they get like their superpowers back when they go to London for their 2-game swing. So I'm going with the Jaguars. I'm going with Duval. Yeah.
Well, the Jags are there again next week too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like
They're getting settled in, right?
question: do you move the Jags there permanently? They seem to do better out there. Do you relocate the Jaguars to be the London Jaguars?
They would be the Tottenham Jaguars. No, that would definitely. I think the NFL has got it right where they can cycle them in for 2 weekends. But I don't know if they're ready for like a full-time move because there's some diehard Jacksonville Jaguars fans that I know, like that live in Minnesota. I mean, like, okay, there's some Jaguars fans somewhere, but I would say that London might be a little far stretch just because of the logistics of you're basically having to have a team out there, and I don't know if they have that following yet. They might need to still grow that following a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's the picks segment. I guess any final, thoughts in regards to what we're seeing in college football. You got a big game with Ohio State, Oregon. You got Arizona, BYU in a big Big 12 matchup. Colorado has a big matchup this week as well. I know everybody's back on the bandwagon.
It's been another great week of football. I think we are in the middle of a 55-day stretch of football every single day.
Right. Colorado versus Kansas State. A lot of football. Yeah. I mean, like, there was football last night. Northwestern beat Maryland. There was Arizona State. They stormed the field against Utah. I know Penn State versus USC. That's a classical matchup.
Is it?
Notre Dame, Stanford. Notable mentions, we got Illinois and Purdue. But 2 and 3, you can't really top that for 6:30. That's going to be that's going to be a highlight. 2 5-0 teams, first time meeting in the Big Ten in Eugene, Oregon. Like, Ohio State's going to get Terrence Smith and the Ohio State Buckeyes, they're going to have their work cut out for them. Ole Miss and LSU for a good old SEC rival matchup in Death Valley. And then you got Iowa State. That was your dark horse team last week, 5-0 going against West Virginia. And I would be remiss if we didn't mention Ashton Gianti with the Boise State. And I don't know if you heard about his friendly wager that he has with the offensive lineman.
Well, what is it?
Okay, so if he doesn't run for 2,000 or 2K, if he doesn't run for 2K rushing yards, he'll cut off his locks, like his dreadlocks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yep. And through 5 games, he has 95 carries, 1,031 yards, and 16 scores. And then once you take a closer look at his stats, he is just about like averaging 10.9 yards per carry.
He can do it.
He could do it.
You can do it.
And if the offensive line loses, they've agreed to actually get the amount that he rushes tatted on his body.
Yes, that is. They're both consenting young kids, adults.
Adults, yeah. But but semi-pro, right, semi-pro athletes, yeah.
But that's always a fun rager to do. I would do it too. I think that's awesome. Congrats for them to keep it going. That's awesome.
I love it. Yep. No, and he's definitely in the talks for a Heisman hopeful. I know that there's a lot of great players in college, but just wanted to kind of share a little bright side of college. I know there's some stories that we have to talk about, but this is one of those positive stories that we get to share. But yeah,
Yes.
exciting weekend of sports ahead. Any plans for you, Jim? Any games that you're gonna be watching? Any hockey games that you're gonna be watching? Anything that you want to point out besides
course I'm
what
gonna
we've
watch
talked
hockey.
about? Hockey. Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna watch hockey. Of course,
Okay.
I'm gonna watch hockey. I'm gonna watch football. I might go back. I might go back to Connecticut. If I don't go back to Connecticut, tickets they keep going down. I might have to drag my behind to the stadium.
There you go. Hey, let me know. Hey, that would definitely be really cool if you get out there. If you're tailgating out there by like 10 o'clock, ready for noon kickoff.
There is one place, and if you ever do come out here
Sure.
for a football game, like the 49ers, they come to town. It's a 3:25 start or 3:05 start. You come, you watch you watch the games while I take a quick nap here after work. We go tailgate. We go to this place, $50, all you can eat, all you can drink. Ooh, and go to the game. It's so much fun.
Okay. You definitely text me the details. We'll see if we can make that happen. That would be a really cool game to check out.
And then I still gotta go out there.
You gotta come out here too, man. Like, yeah.
Oh my god! You don't understand how I want to go. I want to go. That Monday Night Football game sounds good. I want to go this month. If it wasn't for the Vikings being in London, I'd be out there like last weekend.
Oh, okay. When they played the Jets. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about that. I know that there's a lot of good games. A lot of good games still on the schedule. 5-0. Could be watching. Could be witnessing history. It could be a historic season. But I'm just praying and hoping that everybody stays healthy coming off the bye week. It'd be really interesting to watch the NFC North and how that kind of plays out the rest of the way. And then also, we got to see if there's going to be any movements, because this is the point of the season where you're figuring out what your team is trending for the year. So Kawasi, I'm sure the Packers are looking to improve. I'm sure the Bears are looking to improve, because no one is under 500 in the NFC North, the toughest division in the NFL. And I know the Chiefs are the other undefeated team in the NFL, but yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes. They're going for the three-peat. Yeah. And we talked about this off air in regards to, like, that's kind of like it's buried in the headlines with all the injuries and everything that's happening in Kansas City. But you know that they're once they enter the playoffs, that's going to be like the headlining story. The three-peat is going to be on. It's going to be three-peat watch once they get into the playoffs. But regardless, I'm excited right now. There's a lot to be excited about, but here in the 94 podcast, we've ran our course. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm actually going to be heading down to Albert Lee. I'm going to be celebrating my friend's marriage. He found a wife, and I'm really excited for him to celebrate. Yeah. I'm like, let's go. So shout out to Kevin and Yoslin. I'm really excited to be in person and celebrate their union. So it should be an exciting weekend. But until next time, here on the 94 podcast, we'll see you at the TOP. And we out.
We out.